Give it up for Roddy Fraser, your host.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a boy queen now, so pretty progressive. So I'm single. Hello, ladies. You're all single. We'll talk more on the break. Interesting. I have limited time. The main app that I'm on is Bumble. Is anyone here on Bumble? A few people from Bumble. I may have seen you. For most of the crowd that doesn't know, Bumble is a dating app where girls message first. I got a message on Bumble 2 weeks ago from a girl which said, "Hey, I'm looking for someone who is rich, good looking, and regularly takes me to expensive places and buys me expensive things." I replied, "Me too." Maybe if we work together, we can help find that person. Yeah, I'm not great at girls. The only time I've managed to convince a girl to move in with me is on Minecraft. And Minecraft's alright for getting puss. But obviously the best dating website is obviously LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn tells you the important things about people, like if they're a team player, if they're punctual, you can check their references. It's nice being here. I live in Leith. I live at the bottom of Leith Walk, so every day is an uphill battle. For those of you that don't know Leith that well, I'm guessing this table, so the best way I can describe Leith is 2 weeks ago I saw a pigeon with a joint in its mouth. And now that pigeon is my weed dealer. He does deliveries. Deliver who? Very good. Yeah, so as you guys can probably tell, I'm pretty woke. Like the toilet at my flat is gender neutral. Toilet at my parents' house was gender neutral. They were very progressive. I don't know, it's nice here doing comedy. Comedy, I think, is one of the greatest unifiers. Like, just it can connect people from all different differences with laughter. Like Scottish, Zimbabwean, English, everybody hates Liz Truss. One thing we have in common. Yeah, it's good. Does anybody here comment on porn videos? Just me? Okay. Yeah, I like my porn like I like my cheese. Swedish, preferably mature. And something which doesn't make me feel terrible about myself afterwards. That's my kink. But yeah, no, it's good. I think comedians are meant to kind of hold up a mirror to society, and I love looking in the mirror. It's my favourite way to reflect. So David Attenborough, to help fight climate change, David Attenborough has become vegetarian at 93. It's a huge sacrifice. Huge sacrifice. I don't know, I think like my main, one of my main goals in comedy is to get a special on Netflix before the ice caps melt. Like the UN predicts that there could be no sea ice anywhere in the sea in summertime by as early as 2040. So I don't have a lot of time left. But it's alright, everyone seems pretty chilled. Unlike the ice caps, am I right? That screech was planned, it was rehearsed. But yeah, I know, it's kind of like that expression, like, you know, like if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, then he'll overfish the ocean. and a lot of the fish will be extinct. I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit like the end of the world, a little bit, but the end of the world means different things to different people. So like the Christians believe that during the end of the world, everyone who's lived a good life and been a good person will get sent up into heaven. So maybe about 20% of Christians. If there's any Christians in the room, I apologize. Hypothetically, if that happened tomorrow, let's say, like the Christian apocalypse, who here thinks that they wouldn't get raptured? Like, they'd stay on the planet? This is the Netflix. This is the, what is your name?
Rejoice.
Rejoice? How long has it been since your last confession?
I don't remember.
Would you say you're sorry for your sins, like, let's just go till birth. Would you say you're sorry for your sins since birth? I have to remind you at this point, it's literally hell on earth outside. It's like fire's raining from the sky, demons are walking the earth, dementors are flying around sucking the souls from people's faces. I think that's the wrong book. Anyways, the point is, it's not a good time. It's a bad time outside. Would you, for the purposes of the joke, you are forgiven. Heaven, boom. Anyone else?
What about you?
I have to warn you that there's a chance that this is all made up. Like, it's far more practical trying to get a seat on Elon Musk's rocket. And I've been kind of, for the past 2 years, I've been going to climate therapy. Because it's a lot cheaper and easier to go to therapy than it is trying to get China or Russia to reduce their emissions. So in the therapy, they generally suggest kind of like talking to other like-minded people and taking action. But going to protests and supergluing myself to things also gives me anxiety. Like the cure for anxiety shouldn't be get arrested. Like I've been to a lot of Extinction Rebellion protests, and I'm not good at it. Like any time that I'm stopped by police, I'm always like, I'm not with them. I'm pro-extinction. Set fire to the ice caps, am I right? Not everyone high fives that, thank you. But yeah, as the climate crisis continues to get worse, there's like a lot of people coming up with a range of solutions. And one of the solutions is something called cultured meat, which is meat produced from cells in a lab. First cultured meat was a hamburger that someone ate in 2013. But scientists say that in the next 2 decades, cultured meat could be cheaper and more readily available than regular meat, saving millions of animals from unnecessary death, and of course, saving millions of humans from being vegan. Which is not too bad. If anyone here wants to follow me after this gig, it's at Andrew Tubman2 on OnlyFans. Tinder, and ashleymadison.com. Thank you.